Hey Paula, it's Cecilia again from Bloomfield, New Jersey. For our second appetizer, we're going to have focaccia pizza with cream cheese, prosciutto, and red onions. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so for our pizza, we are going to use Pillsbury croissant seamless dough sheet. If you want to use regular pie crust, by all means, I like the way it comes out when I use the croissant. So we're going to have the croissant dough, fresh basil, prosciutto, 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, which I've already whipped up. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of oregano, and we're going to have a little bit of pecorino romano to dust off on our Philly dough, 1 red onion, and 1 clove of garlic. So to get started, let's heat up our pan, which has a little bit of olive oil on it already. We're going to deglaze a little bit of the onions and garlic and get a little bit of the juices flowing so it'll be nice and sweet. Now you want to thinly slice these. I personally don't like thick pieces of onion, so we're going to thinly slice the onion. I'll keep going. Now keep slicing your onions nice and thin, and you want to cook them just until they're nice and transparent. Okay, it'll get a little bit of the sweetness going. So it's going to be 1 whole onion that you're going to use, and 1 garlic clove. Watch your fingers when you're cutting. Okay, so now let's get the garlic cut up. Same thing, nice and thin. You don't want anybody biting on a thick piece of garlic. And you want to cook this all at the same time. And this is another easy recipe, great to entertain with. Let's see. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now we are going to go over to the stove. Okay, now let's come over here. Okay, so let's get this in the pan. Make sure you have it in your pan nice and hot. We are going to add to this pan 2 teaspoons of oregano, and we're going to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. Perfect. Just give it a quick stir. Make sure it's all covered up. Now, while you have these onions going, your oven should be set to 350. Let this heat up, and let's get our pie. Here we go. This will be our dough. Just grab a little bit of your Parmesan cheese and just sprinkle a little bit on the bottom. Okay. Now I have, like I said, 4 ounces of the whipped Philly cream cheese, just plain Philadelphia cream cheese. This is going to be our base of the pizza. Alright, there we go. I hate having it all disorganized. So with a nice spatula or spoon, whatever you have at hand, you're going to spread this out on your dough. Let's turn it over so it's easier. This is another great recipe. I think your friends are going to love it. I know our friends do, and I think my family's sick and tired of me having them try Philly cream cheese on everything, but they've been good sports, so they deserve a little party. At my house, there's never a reason, or I should say, there's always a reason to have a party. And this is one of them. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, so as you can see, take a quick look at our onions. They're getting nice and transparent. And I think they're pretty done. So once this gets to, you figure a couple of minutes. And you have it like this. Now we're going to turn off our stove, and we're going to add this to our dough. So walk on back with me, and we are going to start putting this on top of our pizza. Spread it out really nice. You don't want too much on one side and not enough somewhere else. Oh, it smells great. Make sure you spread it out nicely. It's kind of like a focaccia, I guess, but it's just going to have the cream cheese, which gives it a nice taste. And then we're going to add the fresh basil, but the fresh basil, I like my basil raw on top. Nice and fresh, not cooked. Alright, let me just set this down. Okay, once we're done with the onion and the garlic, before we set it into the oven, we're going to add a little bit of chopped prosciutto, just roughly chopped, nice fresh prosciutto. I love it. If you don't like prosciutto, you can leave it just like a focaccia and not add anything else. Just very little. And you're going to place this in a 350-degree oven for about, I'm going to say about 10 to 15 minutes, or until your crust is nice and golden brown. Here we go. Place it in your middle rack, 350 degrees, preheated, okay? And we're going to leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes. When you come back, we'll have it finished, and I'll show you how pretty we can plate that too. Alright, y'all. It's been about 15 minutes. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look how pretty that looks. Okay. Let's let that cool off. Okay. We have a handful of fresh basil, which I'm going to slice really thinly to put over our pizza. Alright, I think that's enough. If you like more basil, by all means, go right ahead. Alright guys, now we have our basil chopped up. We're going to sprinkle it. Very nice. Pretty. Okay. And, okay, it should be easy to come off. And there we go. Look how pretty that looks. Now what we want to do is we want to slice it. Now you want bite-sized slices since you're doing an appetizer party or just an appetizer. This way everybody can have kind of just a small plate with finger food. So once you do this, now we're going to slice this way. Oops, sorry. And now we have it cut. We are going to plate this really nicely. So, alright, now we have it sliced. So what we're going to do is we're going to plate it really nicely in a really nice plate. Oops. The croissant crust is really soft, but it's really good. Slice this up. Make it really nice on your plate. Okay, here we go. And here you have it, guys. It's a pizza with cream cheese, red onions, prosciutto, fresh basil, a little bit of oregano, and it's delicious.